Here's Sean O'Brien being a fucking dummy.
I mean, J.D. Vance, the short time that we've worked together, I mean, he's been great on Teamster issues.
I think he knows this, though. Sean O'Brien is just a bit of a fucking hack. Teamsters have done a great job as a union, fighting hard for their rank and filers. That much is 100% true. Having said that, Sean O'Brien's political instincts are definitely, they leave much to be desired. Teamsters have officially come out and not endorsed either candidate, which is basically saying like they're not endorsing Joe Biden. The expectation is that they would. Joe Biden, especially on the issue of labor, is significantly, like, not even on the same world, okay, as Donald Trump. It's not even a question. I will never, ever, ever put these two in the same category. Joe Biden is although it's a low bar for sure, is the most pro-labor union president we have had for a very long time. Okay. Now that isn't a very high bar to clear, but the notion that like Republicans especially are anywhere near this issue that would be helpful, beneficial to the Teamsters is so unimaginably stupid. More than FDR? Man, are you fucking stupid? I said in a very long time. Of course not more than FDR. What the fuck are you talking about? How is Biden pro-labor? He has one of the best NLRBs in recent administrations. He attended a fucking picket line. No sitting president has done such a thing in contemporary American history. What the fuck are you talking about? He's openly advocated for labor unions. The IRA also featured, not as much labor union provisions as I would like, but the IRA partnered up with the UAW, which Joe Biden has done, has literally created new unionized factory shops. Okay? It's delusional to say that the Republicans would come anywhere near that. Okay? It's a big shame that Sean O'Brien would do this kind of fucking PR for the Republican Party when the Republican agenda has always been outwardly anti-labor union, outwardly anti-worker, more so than the Democrats. It's crazy. Like, on the aesthetics front, Democrats are always aesthetically pro-labor union. Always. It shouldn't take a couple fucking right-wing charlatans to be like, yeah, we like labor unions too, as a matter of fact. For labor unions to be like, you know what? I'm going to fucking look at the AFL-CIO scorecard here, and I'm going to go, this is my guy. That's significant. That's important. The AFL-CIO scorecard is important. J.D. Vance doesn't have a lot of experience in the Senate. Obviously, he's pretty green. But that doesn't change the dynamic of Donald Trump's AFL-CIO scorecard. You know what I mean? That ticket is crazy. You're out of your fucking mind, dude. This is the most delusional thing to do. It's crazy. Republicans are also pro-child labor. So yes, Joe Biden is better than the Republicans on labor. Yeah, I mean, it's not even a question. Come on. The worst Democrat is better than the best Republican on labor. Like, this is not even a question. Okay? 0% Lamau. I mean, yeah, he's only been in office for 1 year. Okay? It's not even a thing. Barely. But like, this is literally a tech billionaire blood boy. What are we talking about? I'm losing my fucking mind, dude. Yes. Even Joe Manchin. Yes. I work for UPS. Most Teamsters are not for Trump, including my own local Teamster. Yeah. I don't know why the fuck Sean O'Brien is doing shit like this. What do you mean by AFL-CIO scorecard? Do you mean what candidates they endorse? Sorry, dumb question. Just wanted clarity. So the AFL-CIO scorecard is basically the average Senate Republican is at 3%. That's so funny. Is basically all of the pro-labor union and pro-worker legislation that gets brought up in Congress. Okay? Like, I'll show you here. Let me show you like Bernie Sanders, for example. How do I find Bernie Sanders' scorecard? I don't know how to fucking pull that up quickly. Stop talking about AFL-CIO. Sean O'Brien is with the Teamsters. The fuck? So? What do you mean? This is simply a way to see whether or not a person is voting for or actively pushing for pro-labor legislation, pro-labor union legislation. Teamsters not AFL-CIO, they have different agendas and companies. It doesn't fucking matter. This is not just showing pro-Teamster or anti-Teamster legislation. This scorecard is showing pro-union legislation. Teamsters are a union. I work for local B trades. Most can't understand what his play is. I've talked to some other labor reporters and union organizers as well. I don't understand it either. Because when I first found out that Sean O'Brien was going to Trump Tower, and this was a couple months back, if you recall, I talked about it. And I just could not comprehend why he would fucking do such a thing. And I thought, maybe he's doing this to, do like a five-head play. Maybe he wants to pressure the Democratic Party. Maybe he wants to, pressure the Democratic Party. Maybe he wants to get some extra benefits or something. And I don't know. He might just be like a fucking hog. AFL-CIO is a labor federation representing unions, mostly a lot of trade unions. Their whole job is to do political advocacy work that benefits unions. Yeah, exactly. But ultimately, the AFL-CIO scorecard doesn't it's nothing. It just means whether you have voted pro-labor union or not. That's it. So, I don't know. Yeah. Teamsters left the AFL-CIO a while back. They're not under it. And I think that's what the chatter was referencing. But that still doesn't change the reality that Republicans are openly anti-union. Openly anti-union. So if you think that they are somehow pro-union, like JD Vance is somehow pro-union, you're out of your fucking mind.
Hood of Teamsters.
Anyway, here's fucking Sean O'Brien. Goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle looking motherfucker. I can't believe him doing this. This is so fucked up.
I'd like to give my peeps from the greatest state in the nation, Massachusetts, some props. What's up?
That's awesome.
First,
you know who he is, right?
I want to thank the hardworking Teamsters and union members here in Milwaukee. I also want to thank President Donald Trump for opening the RNC's doors to the Teamsters Union and inviting me to speak before you tonight.
Maybe he'll say something cool.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be like, y'all are fucking cowards and phonies. You do not care about labor.
All across this country, workers being sold out to big banks, big tech, corporates, and the elite. And I'm not the only one who sees this.
Donald Trump's vice presidential pick is
families
specifically for big bank and big tech.
People aren't stupid. They know
Elon Musk said he's
the
donating
system is
$75 million
broken.
every
We all know
month
how
to Donald
Washington
Trump's
is
PAC,
run.
$45 million.
Working people have no chance because I refuse to keep doing the same things my predecessors did.
What is he going to do now? What's the opposite?
Today, the Teamsters are here to say we are not beholden to anyone or any party.
Except for the convention that you're speaking at right now.
We will create an agenda and work with a bipartisan coalition ready to accomplish something real for the American worker.
What are you saying, bro?
It's an honor to be the first Teamster in our 121-year history to address the Republican National Convention.
I wonder why.
His invitation. The left called me a traitor.
Yeah, because you are. You're a fucking idiot. That is an entire room full of people that would kill you if given the opportunity.
Why
you
it's so
fucking
important
dumbass.
for me here today.
Oh my God.
The Teamsters are doing something correct. If the extremes in both parties think I shouldn't be on this stage.
You are literally a labor leader. You are
President
a labor
Trump
leader. When they mean extremes on both parties, they mean you. You fucking, you dumbass, you stupid bald monkey. Oh my God.
No other nominee in the race would have invited the Teamsters into this arena. Now,
I'm gonna
you can
light
have
my
whatever
Teamsters
opinion you
don't
want,
cross picket lines.
but one thing is clear.
Sticker on fire.
President Trump, they don't like him.
Hey, look at this.
In light of what happened to him on Saturday, he has proven to be one tough SOB.
Donald Trump and the Republican Party have never done anything even remotely positive for any labor union ever, even on accident. What a fucking absolute charlatan, dude.
In the past, the Teamsters have endorsed GOP candidates, including Nixon, Reagan, and George H.W. Bush. But over the last 40 years,
bro just presenting his L's from the worst era.
Strong relationships with organized labor. There are some in the party who stand in active opposition to labor unions.
Just so you understand, this guy's entire shtick was supposed to be that, like, it's a different Teamsters now. It is not the old Teamsters. Alongside with the UAW, like, there was reform happening in
Teamsters
both of these
not
unions.
Interested if you have a
I
D,
guess not.
R, or an I next to your name. The Teamsters reached out to 8 Republican senators who stood up for railroad Teamsters over our fight for paid sick leave. Josh Hawley was one of them.
I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
We start their pillaging of working people's pocketbooks.
He's such a fucking dumbass, dude. I'm sorry.
I
He's
know
just, I gotta,
from a
I
career
gotta
in
text some people.
negotiating that the Teamsters and the GOP may not agree on many issues, but a growing group has shown the courage to sit down and consider points of view that aren't funded by big money think tanks. Senators like J.D. Vance, Roger Marshall,
J.D. Vance
and
pro-union.
Representatives Nicole
There you go.
Maliotakis, Mike Lawler, and Brian Fitzpatrick are among elected officials who truly care about working people.
What?
And this group is expanding. And we need to call the Chamber of Commerce and the business roundtables what they are. They are unions for big business. And here's another fact.
Yeah,
Against gigantic multinational corporation, an individual worker has zero power. It's only when Americans band together in democratic unions that we win real improvements on wages, benefits, and working conditions.
Wait a minute.
Companies like
I'm big
Amazon
business.
are bigger than most national economies. Amazon is valued over $2 trillion. That makes it the 14th largest economy
They stopped
in the
clapping
world.
when he started talking about
What is
workers' wages,
sickening
dude.
is that Amazon has abandoned
Read the room, you
any
stupid
national
bald
allegiance.
fuck.
Amazon's sole focus.
Guys, Sean O'Brien is a MAGA communist.
No, our system is broken.
Sean
The
O'Brien
elites
is
are
a
not
Jackson Hinkledink fan.
Workers, for a moment in time,
Everyone's getting pretty silent. It's
working
so good.
people in America were seen as essential.
Our
All
brothers
the
and sisters
while,
and our local
the stock
Teamsters that are
market
watching this in
boomed.
horror.
Housing prices
I don't think the
hit
rank and
record
file
highs,
is gonna
and
appreciate
corporate
this.
salaries skyrocket.
Like, the Teamsters
But the
have a lot of
income
right-wingers in them, but,
everyday
like, there's
Americans
definitely a
are
shit ton of
shrinking in the
leftists in the
face
Teamsters, of
inflation.
course.
At the gas pumps, at the grocery
People
store,
that voted
with
for
the
him.
electrical bill, and with the car insurance. This has got to change. Never forget,
God, Sean Fain is so much
American
cooler.
workers
It's not even
own
funny.
this nation.
Rank and file checking in. This is
Now,
fucking
this'll
horrendous, and I
shock
can't
you.
wait to vote him out. It's
This'll shock
insane what
you.
he's doing.
To paraphrase Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, it's time for both sides of Congress to stand their
The
butts
democracy
up.
reform movement worked with Sean O'Brien to pass some really good reforms in the union, and it's continued to grow. I don't see him going anywhere, though. They've won a lot of good
trade
contracts.
policies
Yeah,
that put American workers
he
first.
fights like hell, for sure.
It needs to be easier.
He's a great leader for his
companies
union.
To
This,
remain
not so
in
much.
America. We need legal protections that make it safer for workers to get a contract.
That's why Trump
we
is.
must stop corporations.
He's going to push for the
from
PRO
banning
Act.
local communities to inflate their bottom line. We need
Trump is going to
meaningful
institute CAD check.
Today, corporate vultures
alongside JD fucking Vance, dude. He's not endorsing them, dude. He's speaking at the RNC and not speaking at the DNC. Are you insane? He also refused to endorse Biden, which is fine. But like, if you go and speak at the RNC, you're functionally saying, you know, Trump might be my guy.
For the company, only the worker. We need corporate welfare reform. Under our current system,
someone just said Kai just broke his setup, and I'm in my mind, in my head canon, I'm assuming Kai Cenat broke his setup because he's so angry that Sean O'Brien is talking at the RNC.
These companies offer no real health insurance, no retirement benefits.
Kai
no
Cenat is a champion of labor.
Relying on underfunded public assistance. And who foots the bill? The individual taxpayer. The biggest recipients of welfare in this country are corporations, and this is real corruption.
I was given the longest speech so far.
We must put workers first. In 2021, Teamsters nationwide.
This is 100% correct. I thought he would have been. I thought he would have said like immigrant labor is like hurting unions or something.
Each and every one of you, Democratic side, to embrace cooperation.
He's salting. He's salting the RNC
to achieve meaningful and productive. I still have my place on the union seniority
list. This makes me so sad.
You'll find me back.
Because like I don't give a fuck about the Democratic Party, but I do care about him. I do care about one of the largest labor unions in North America.
Of
like
a union contract
that makes this actually is very depressing. Is he speaking at the DNC as well? This guy's twice the leftist you'll ever be. I mean.
Ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
Please welcome back
Teamsters making an appeal.
When the brown sheds blow my brains across my dashboard, I will be smiling. when the anti-labor Gestapo come knocking down my doors and start killing rank and file of Teamsters for demanding more from their companies, I will know I did the right thing. Endorsing Josh Hawley, the wonderful senator from Missouri, who said right to work override fails in Missouri House. Time for an end to union-backed candidates in the GOP. Hashtag change is coming. Hashtag right to work. The speech wasn't bad. It was at the wrong place. I mean, the speech wasn't bad, yes, but let Aleksa make jokes, please. Aleksa, you have any jokes? I mean, what the fuck? What is he gonna? What is he gonna say about like domestic labor disputes here? Yeah, wrong place, wrong names, delusional. Like, if he went into the Lions Den and was like, "Listen, you know, you guys need to do better. You guys need to fucking do better."
Instead, he was like, JD Vance really cares for workers.
Yeah. Instead of, he could have just said, you know, there's 48 Senate sponsors of the PRO Act. They're all Democrats. No Republicans. What the fuck's that about? He said, I'm riding with Hawley. I love his pectorals. Hawley, not gay. Loves his wife. He's not gay except for, you know, we've kissed a little. And he kisses real well. Twitter isn't loading and I can't find the news anywhere. If you know, Amazon Coventry managed to unionize today. I don't know. I never expected to hear this line at the RNC. The biggest recipients of welfare in this country are corporations, and this is real corruption. Applause from TV seemed tepid. Yeah, I mean, it's just like not even a thing, dude. It's not even a thing. Like Donald Trump stacked the NLRB with anti-union appointees who side with employers in contract disputes and support companies who delay and stall union elections, misclassify workers to take away their freedom to join a union, silence workers. Like, the Republican Party historically, including the fucking candidates that he said the Teamsters endorsed proudly, from Nixon, Reagan, and George H.W. Bush, are you fucking insane? Like Ronald Reagan, America's famous union destroyer, okay? That is actually fucking wild. Like, no one said Teamsters were intelligent, shrug. That's insane. That's disrespectful to the fucking... all the rank and filers that are probably losing their minds right now watching their fucking leader speak to the Republican National Convention. Yeah, Vance got owned. I know I showed that earlier. It's like all you needed was like
still,
Republicans to be like, yeah, we like unions actually.
but that is
Brotherhood of Teamsters will be speaking at the Republican National Convention.
Well, that's exactly what this showcases is Joe Biden's problem, because Teamsters endorsed President Biden in 2020, and the idea that he is a Teamsters leader has never spoken at a Republican convention, and to see Sean O'Brien
not at least a window into a realignment on the policy of the Republican Party, a policy that J.D. Vance, while not fully kind of in the Josh Hawley model.
Yeah, dude, they're also going to do pro-trans legislation. Like, we should bring up Caitlyn Jenner to talk at the RNC.
Speaker since going there.
Saying that LGBTQ people shouldn't be glad. What? People shouldn't be glad that Trump survived is basically the same logic as saying LGBTQ people shouldn't be supporting Palestine because Islam is against homosexuality and LGBTQ community in general. Brother, Christians are against homosexuality and LGBTQ community in general as well. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, the fuck? Did you just compare Donald Trump, a war criminal in every fucking right, to like random Palestinian children and shit? Like, what are we talking about right now? What's going on? Being fucking annihilated by an ethno state? That's got to be bait, right? Are you okay? Stop getting one guy. That was a wild take, dude. Do you think Sean O'Brien's been paid off? I don't know. I want to hope that, like, I want to maintain my posture that, like, Sean O'Brien is actually secretly doing something five-head. Great speech, guys. Great speech, okay? Yeah. Yeah, Sean O'Brien is going to dramatically alter the course of history and get the Republican Party that is openly on the side of corporations to retriangulate. J.D. Vance, who Sean O'Brien says he likes, is literally like he is a Silicon Valley tech guy. He's bringing VC money. The room is silent when he talks. I texted her that. That's my text message to her. I like that the chatter sent that back to me though. It was like, yeah, this is great about the tone of the voice in the room. To be fair, I have leaked her text messages in the past, so the only change this has is the same amount of times RNC double checks their speaker list. This Teamster doesn't support Republican union busters like Trump and Vance. Yeah. Teamsters are trying to start a bidding war between two parties that want them gone. I don't even think that's fair. I think that, like, Democrats, there is, at least on this issue, like, Democrats are fucking shitty. They're cowardly. They're not exactly super big fans of labor. But, like, they have done more objectively for labor than the Republicans have. Like, that's not... I don't know. I don't think that's controversial to say. Like, even judging this by the metrics that Sean O'Brien used to say that, like, Josh Hawley, for example, is a supporter of labor unions, like, Democrats do that on a weekly basis. Aesthetically posturing, going to picket lines, like, those are things that Democrats do so much that, like, it seems like Sean O'Brien is taking it for granted. I don't understand it. The only reason why I originally, when he met with Trump like a while ago, a couple months back, when I said this is weird, why the fuck's he doing this? I thought maybe he's doing it because he thinks Joe Biden is going to lose and he wants to make sure that he's like in good, I don't know, has a good relationship with Donald Trump. But like, Donald Trump is never going to be pro-labor. Like, he's never, like, there is no 5D chess here because Donald Trump is an immovable object on this issue. You're witnessing the beginning of the next party realignment. If you think that the Republican Party is going to realign for labor, you are insane. The Republican Party is going to realign for labor. And what's next? Trans rights? Voting rights? Like, what are we talking about? Like, there is no fucking realignment, dude. The only thing that they're going to align is a bullet to the head of labor leaders if they have the opportunity. You're witnessing the next Ronald Reagan? Yeah, exactly. Great. You're right. Which he mentioned, by the way. Ronald Reagan was single-handedly a devastating force for labor unions in this fucking country, for labor rights in this fucking country.
You know, the head of the Teamsters.
A lot of union workers are pro-Trump. I don't give a shit. Yeah, they're fucking stupid. Like, what do you want me to say? Just because someone is in a fucking union doesn't mean that they're like magically this infallible object that is never worthy of criticism. Yeah, I know. And also, it's not a lot of rank and filers. It's not the majority of rank and filers. Okay, the majority of rank and filers across the board vote Democrat. That is also a lie that Republicans love to fucking advance for some weird reason. Just like claiming that moneyed interest is on the side of Democrats is also a lie. The majority of donations for moneyed interest still go to the Republican Party, even though they do hedge their bets, and the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are both corporatist parties. Okay? I think the last poll was 37% of union workers are Republican, which is still pretty fucking high. Okay? That's still pretty high. You know, it's crazy. Having said that, however, you're crazy if you think that like rank and file union members across the board are just going crazy for the Republican Party. You don't know what Teamsters want? How many Teamsters do you know? I bet I know more than you. You know what's really funny about that? This is like the one labor union that I am in close contact with on a regular fucking basis. That and the UAW, as a matter of fact. So no, you're wrong. There are a shit ton of Teamsters in my chat. Not only that, but also I do talk to a shit ton of labor union organizers in the Teamsters. So shut the fuck up. I know more than you. I'm a Teamster. Okay, dude. You're still a dumbass Teamster then. Yeah, but Trump isn't a normal Republican. It doesn't matter on the issue of, no, first of all, Trump is a normal Republican. He's just abnormal in the sense that he's like super narcissistic and doesn't necessarily care about like the party's future as much as he cares about his own personal future. But like, that is so stupid. That is so stupid when you talk specifically about Donald Trump's policies. Donald Trump's top of the line policy papers are just directly ripped from the fucking Heritage Foundation. Okay? Anyway, I do attack plenty of Teamsters at the top of the fucking hour, though, you know, when there's a 3-minute ad break. Like, Trump is notorious for fucking over non-unionized labor all the time. He's like notoriously a person who doesn't pay his workers and shit. Why are your chatters looking for an excuse? No, it's not my chatters. There's like some random people who are chirping in the chat, but that doesn't mean my chatters are actually fucking across the board. Honestly, this week feels like landslide territory for Trump is more and more likely. We'll see.
Thing with the unions. That's right. They get their little 5%. They get another 2%. They get another 3%, 4%. Then all of a sudden they're making more money than the people that own the company. Same thing with the unions. That's right. They get their little 5%.
They're making more people than anyone else in the company. Never forget, every Democrat in Congress voted to prevent the pensions of more than 350,000 Teamsters from being cut by up to 65%. By including the Butch-Lewis Act and the American Rescue Plan. Every Republican voted against it, disgustingly smearing it as a big union bailout. Yeah. And by the way, Warren Gunnell's not exactly a fan of the fucking Democratic Party. Hey guys, notice how a lot of people who care about labor, but don't necessarily fucking care about the Democratic Party are chirping at Sean O'Brien? Like, people who routinely have all the smoke on the planet, myself included, for the Democratic Party are currently in unison going, what the fuck's going on? One of the funniest parts about this was when he said there's extreme leftists. Brother, you are the fucking leader of the Teamsters. When people talk about extreme left, they're talking about you. Okay? I don't understand. That's you. You're extreme left. Teamsters president knows Trump will win, but he's getting on his good side. But Trump won't give him shit. Trump will fucking cast him aside like a used napkin after he came inside of Stormy Daniels, dude. What the fuck? I'm a proud leftist union member. I'm just trying to give you my perspectives. My fellow workers who are majority pro-Trump in a blue state. I know, but like statistically speaking, your union is not necessarily the norm. Okay? Across the board, union rank and filers, as we just talked about, 37% of union rank and filers are voting for the Republican Party. That's it, 37%. That's still a pretty significant percentage. And it differs from union to union. But, like, you're crazy. Like, unions, and I always say this when I'm advocating for them, I always say unions are not right or left, okay? They're about what is fair. Okay? Unions are about what is fair. It's not about what's left. But ideologically, it is still, I'm not crazy. I'm just telling you my truth. No, I respect it. I'm just telling you that it still does not change the reality. Can we union our viewers until November? Can you start hosting me in November? You talk about Trump a lot. I'm assuming you're voting for him. Good one. Yes, I do. I am voting for Trump. I love Donald Trump. And I love that now that I'm a fucking 40K Andy consistently again, you're like asking for a host. This was a Trojan horse speech for the benefit of American voters. Sean O'Brien knows full well the Dems agree with everything he said. Nah. My mom watches you. She's 60 and a teacher and gets really upset when you read troll comments. She was ranting about it today and said she had to turn your stream off. I'm sorry. Kronos' mom. It is pretty funny to think that like his speech would be well received. His speech was well received by that room. It was not, okay? There's no world in which like this changes the Republican Party. At best, they do the fake bullshit. Actively voting against labor union legislation that is pro-union, legislation that is pro-worker. I mean, it's crazy. The reason why I don't like it is because it galvanizes the shithead rank and filers who are fucking aggro MAGA dudes, okay? That's why I hate it. Because then they can be like, see? The Republicans care about unions. Yeah, they had Sean O'Brien. It's like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. I don't know how to talk to you. Like, yeah, this is not a W for labor. It's a W for Donald Trump. There is a narrative that the Republican Party has the working class interest in mind. It is simply a narrative. It's a marketing tool. They have never shown that. Let me tell you, if they had shown that, I'd probably be fucking voting for them. Okay? Yeah, I do remember Mark Wayne Mullen trying to fight Sean O'Brien. He doesn't like Mark Wayne Mullen, but he certainly likes fucking JD Vance and goddamn Josh Hawley. He is such a dumb puppet. Like, it is shocking. It's shocking. It's just, he quoted Mark Wayne at the end. What did he say? How did he quote Mark Wayne in the speech? That was the reference he made to win favor with the crowd. Dems have no interest either for the working class. What did the current administration do for the working class these past 4 years? Dude, I'm not going to go through Biden's fucking agenda, but you are actually insane if you think that the Democratic Party as a whole is not openly and actively more pro-labor than the Trump administration ever was. Okay? You think you're pacifying your audience at this point into accepting Trump? What? Yes, dude, I am. I'm secretly a Trump supporter. That's why I spent so much time shitting on him and serving you 3-minute ad breaks at the top of the hour. Joe Biden is one of the most outwardly pro-labor administrations since FDR, okay? The differences are not that marginal. You're wrong. This is the one area where the differences are not marginal. Come on, guys. That's crazy. Like, he is, yeah, he has been objectively good on labor, like, in an unceremonious way. Like, it's shockingly good. You realize unions need work. They follow the work. That's what the union is for. But corporations. Yeah. Hasanabi bi-coastal elite silver spoon billionaire Andy Donald Trump will definitely make a 180-degree turn for labor this time. Even though he was the president for 4 years and people have seemingly forgotten. And he was genuinely awful. Like, genuinely awful for labor unions.